It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we have a beer from Brewing in Australia, probably New South Wales in Australia, because that's where Mick is from. Thank you very much, Mick, for sending me the beer again from the other side of the world. It really is a marvellous thing. It really is a great gesture to send these beers over, and I really do appreciate them and enjoy them. Every single beer that comes my way from Mick, I reckon 99% of them have been absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, this is called Doodlin. It's been brewed with Nelson Sauvin, HBC 586 and Superdelic hops. It's a double dry hopped IPA in a 440 milliliter can at 6.5% ABV. There's a look at the doodling on the can, you can see it. They are New South Wales, there we go. 21 Macaulay Street, Alexandria, New South Wales, Australia. Gold rim to the cap. Tin lid. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. It's an independent Australian craft brewery, this. Here we go. A little bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. One finger white head. Good levels of slow moving carbonation. It looks hazy, very hazy to look at. Straw coloured. A nice looking beer. Bracket Brewing Company's beers they're phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal beers. Great top quality Australian kind of IPAs, I would say. Mostly IPA. Aroma. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Pineapple, tangerine, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. The aromas are just bursting up your nose. If this was from Trillium, or if this was from Treehouse in America, or Cloudwater in the UK, Verdant in the UK, people would be singing off the song sheets type thing, singing off the hymn sheets with this beer. It's just got a great aroma to it. You can almost smell the oats in there. Marmalade like, spicy like. Let's dive in. Cheers everybody. Cheers Mick. Creamy, rich, hoppy, tangerine, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. Little bit of bitterness on the back end, but this is definitely New World. This is all about... So a beer, you can taste the beer through a number of stages, but there's three main stages. The main stages are beginning, that's generally sweetness. Middle, that's generally a combination of malt and hops, or whatever else is in the beer. And then the finish of the beer, which can either be bitter, sometimes sweet, not often, but sometimes sweet, or sour, or adjuncty, or maybe adjuncty on the back end as well. So this one, what they're trying to do is cram as much flavour in the middle of the flavour as possible. So they're trying to not have too much of a sweetness to begin with, and they're not trying to have too much of a bitterness on the back end. They're trying to cram it all into this kind of like middle sphere, this centralised flavour of with the beer, and they've successfully managed to do that. They really have. It's a creamy, rich mouthfeel. There's a slight bitterness on the back end, but there's flavours of lime. There's lime, there's pineapple, there's touches of coconut, touches of vanilla. It's really good. Now I've drank some of the beer, have a look as I rock the beer back and forth. You can see that carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Ooh, throwing it around. It's a very, very nice looking beer. Really, really nice looking beer. Well, kind of really well behaved looking beer. Look at the carbonate. Look at that small carbonation as I rock the beer back and forth. It's chasing that head up the glass, and that's the mouthfeel. That's that mouthfeel in the beer, and that mouthfeel is going to be oats and wheat to give you that kind of thick. So I was talking about a thick, creamy mouthfeel early on in the review. There it is right there. But you can see it as well. You can see it by rocking the beer back and forth. The carbonation struggles to get back up to that head. You can see it struggling through the liquid as you rock it back and forth. That's a great example of seeing a mouthfeel on a beer, seeing how creamy and rich a mouthfeel it is on a beer. Bracket Brewing, okay, vegan friendly, preservative free, proudly independent, made in Australia. Bracket Brewing acknowledges the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation as the traditional custodians of the ancestral homelands upon which our brewery is situated. We respect their elders, past and present, and recognise their continuous connection to the country. So there's, so am I allowed to use, you never know these days, do you, what to say, what not to say. Is it indigenous? Indigenous people obviously live in the area, have done for a long time, and Bracket Brewing Company are doing everything they can to incorporate that indigenous nature, probably through, maybe this is really kind of old graffiti. I'm just guessing. I'm a man in South Wales in the UK, not New South Wales in Australia. I'm not going to pretend to understand local knowledge and local kind of like what's going on. It's not what I'm here for. But what I will say is, that's awesome by Bracket to, you know, it's a bit like someone coming along and saying, right, this is mine now. Whereas, you know, there's people been there for thousands of years. You can't just do that, can you? Rating on the beer. Looks good, smells good, tastes good. I like it. I like it enough to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.